Hi, my name is Thomas. Welcome to Cheeky Kokako for another miniatures video. In this episode, I'm looking at the mini which I use for one of the humanoids, the Bard. The stats for the Bard are a bit challenging as they change depending on which book you're looking at. The first version is found in Waterdeep Dragon Heist on page 195, and that same version of the Bard is also found in Ghosts of Saltmarsh on page 231. The newer version is found in Mordenkainen Presents Monsters of the Multiverse on page 59. The miniature that I chose for my Bard mini is a Loxodon Bard from Krakenships Miniatures, their Elephas Bard. This unpainted PVC miniature has a base size of medium, which is the size that Loxodon Bards are supposed to be, so I'm pleased with it. Like the Druid, this is a weird creature in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Bards are a class of adventurers, but are also a defined creature in the published materials. They're listed as being a 4th level Bard, which is fine for the sake of convenience, I guess. I personally homebrew, so when I need a bard I just roll one up and bring it to the appropriate level, adding appropriate bonuses for race and giving them an inventory which suits their level. But Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition gives us this bard with set statistics for their published materials. Or, I should say, they provide us with two different sets of bard stats, because the Mordenkainen bard has changed substantially from the earlier version. They've lost many of their spells, have lost their Song of Rest, have gained a multi-attack, and have gained a special thunder damage attack which recharges. Looking at them both, it feels like the new Bard has lost a lot of its functionality, which is a shame. But then, I stat up my Bards, so what do I care? Regardless, whatever you do with your NPC Bards, you'll want to get some Bard miniatures at some point, and this one's a nice one. I used to work with elephants, and I have a healthy respect for them and a love of them, so I enjoyed painting this mini. I really like Krakenships Miniatures for their options for less common race and class combinations. The sculpts are nice, and the minis are a joy to paint. They don't have a ton of minis, but the ones they do have might be just the one you're looking for, especially if you're looking for a less common race. As usual, for scale, Inchimic 25mm in the Stork is 1 inch tall from the bottom of its base, while the Summer Eladrin mini will give an idea of the scale of the Loxodon Bard next to an average human-sized mini. If you're looking for links to the minis in this video, you'll find them in the description. That pretty much covers this miniature. I hope you found this video useful while looking at filling in your Dungeons & Dragons miniature collection. If you have miniatures that you either like or dislike for bards in your game, let us know what they are in the comments. I'll catch you next time when I show you another miniature from my collection. Until then, this is Thomas for Cheeky Kokako.